What's up everyone? I'm here to show you how to make this Little Caesars crazy bread recipe today. This tastes exactly like Little Caesars, and I'm not just saying that because I'm making it, because I nailed it. And I hope you guys love this recipe, and let's get started. To a large bowl, add in 2.5 teaspoons of instant dry yeast or 1 packet of yeast, and then go ahead and add in a 1/2 cup of warm water, and then just go ahead and whisk that through. And you want to make sure this is active, so you should hear just a little bit of bubbling, and this should bubble up. If it's not bubbling up, it's not active. You need to get a new packet of yeast or different type of yeast again from the store. As you can see, there's a little bit of bubbles here. That's exactly what you want to see. That is a good thing. Now go ahead and add in 1 cup plus 1/4 cup of room temperature water, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then go ahead and just whisk this all together. Then go ahead and set the bowl right aside. Then pull out that handy dandy food processor and add in 4 cups of bread flour in there. Then add in 1 teaspoon plus a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then go ahead and secure the lid onto your food processor tightly. And then go ahead and get that liquid that you put aside from earlier and start pouring it right through the tube, half of this for now. Turn on the food processor and start pulsating it and mixing it. And as you're doing that, please continue to pour the rest of the liquid through the tube as well. And then I would like you to mix this until it forms a sticky dough ball. And there is a sticky texture. If you put your finger on it, it should feel sticky just like that. Now go ahead and get that bowl that you had from earlier and just spray it with a non-stick spray, and then go ahead and put the dough into the bowl, kind of form it into a ball. Don't overform it. You don't want the dough to turn to a tough dough texture. So just put it right in there. Get some saran wrap and please put it on tightly as possible. I am going to put a rubber band across it to keep it extra tight on the bowl. You don't have to do that. Just double wrap your saran wrap over the bowl and grab a marker or a Sharpie and trace it around the dough as its size as you see it now, and then leave it on the countertop for 2 hours. After 2 hours, this should double in size. This is just a super helpful tip for you. Now you can see after 2 hours, this totally just doubled up in size. That's exactly what we're looking for. Go ahead and flour the surface of your countertop and go ahead and plop that dough right out, and then flour just a little bit on top of that dough. And I need you to roll it out into a square rectangular shape, and make sure you don't roll it too thin. That's not what we want. After you rolled it into the shape that's kind of like a rectangular, go ahead and cut them into thin strips. And I'm gonna do about 8 strips, I think. So just follow along as I'm doing right here and cut them into strips just like that. Now to your lined sheet tray with parchment paper, go ahead and line these breads up right up on that tray, and make sure you space them evenly apart. You don't want them too close together, and just do it just as I'm doing right here. Now go ahead and grab a small bowl and add in a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese to the bowl, and then go ahead and add in 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Then last, add in 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Now go ahead and mix your bread seasoning together until it's fully combined, and just set that aside. And then go ahead and melt some butter. Doesn't matter how much, you just need enough butter to melt to brush on top of all your breadsticks. Now go ahead and start sprinkling on very nicely your amazing Parmesan mixture right there. Put it right on top. Make sure you put it on there nice and get close to it so it's not all thrown on top of the tray. You want this to cook on top of your breadsticks. As you can see, it's seasoned amazingly, just like that. There you go. Now go ahead and go to your oven and preheat this oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and then go ahead and place it right up into the oven. And I need you to bake it for 18 minutes exactly. And then after those 18 minutes, go ahead and take it right out of the oven and go ahead and place it down on the counter and let it cool for about a couple minutes. That's it, because you're gonna want to eat these warm, definitely, but not when they're hot. You don't want to burn your hands. Now let's go ahead and dress these things up. I'm grabbing a piece of parchment paper and wrapping it around the breadsticks after this. We want it to look like you're at the restaurant of Little Caesars. Come on, this is exactly the Copycat. Nailed it, definitely tastes just like it. And they're one of my favorite breadsticks ever from that place. Super good. I hope you can show this off to your family and friends. If you have any questions, you can reach me on Instagram and ask me anything about this recipe, and I will make sure to write back to you. Now, see you guys next time. Get breadstick eating.